Phil.
We got people waiting.
Well, welcome.
Absolutely welcome. It is so good to be back because it's been a while since Danny and I have gotten together.
Absolutely.
You were a little under the weather.
Yes.
I got run over by a car on the freeway.
That's true. There was legit excuses, folks.
Yeah. But man, we're back.
Yeah.
And there's a buzz around the landing because fishing's so darn good right now.
It's amazing. You look at the calendar, and typically it's like that, Phil. And the other thing, the best thing about getting out this time of year, people, the crowds are light, and so the boats aren't generally jugged to the max, and the fishing's usually phenomenal. You get on the good ones out there, whether it's bluefin or yellows, whatever it might be. It's good.
Darn, Danny, you're not right. I just talked to a guy who's on the Searcher on an 8-day trip. He says they have 12 people on board, and they're taking up. You're on a 95-foot boat. That's a lot of room.
Yes, it is.
I was talking to Mark Paisano Jr., and he said, man, it's hard to get the boat off the docks during this time of the year because of the fact that it's, we're bumping. Now people are thinking about Thanksgiving. And
we're looking at November.
Yeah.
We're at November.
But you made a point a second ago. This is when some of the best fishing is, and it's definitely when our best weather is.
Yeah, and when you got the light loads, folks, oh my God, that's a blessing in itself there too. You got plenty of room. It's enjoyable. And typically this time of year, you don't know, but you can get the most wide open bites I've seen in the late fall.
Yeah, 100%. We're going to talk about some of those bites on today's show. You can ask Danny a question. This is the Danny Kadota Show on the Friedman Adventures YouTube channel. I love this show, and I know so many of you do also because this guy has got so much knowledge. You've been in this business longer than Methuselah, for God's sakes.
And it's been fun. I've been very blessed to be around a lot of the innovative things that really went on in the industry with with reels, with graphite and fiberglass, and watching the escalation and watching, like I say, with reels, and being very blessed and having a lot of manufacturers come to me over the years and field test. And we called it smoke testing. We really I button up the drags on it and put it to its max to see what these things could take.
Yeah.
And so, over time, it was just normal for me to start fishing that way and to also to help. And I know a lot of you fishermen out there that are tuning in, a lot has to do with how your mindset is, how you tweak your tackle, how you do your setups. Some of us are a little more secretive than others. And then, you get to a point when you get to my age, of course, you want to share it with everybody, because you want to help the young people coming up and everything. But there's a lot of little things that could help your game. And, if you have any questions on any simple things, not anything, shoot us the question.
Fire them in
here.
here.
Over to Phil, and I'll give it to you because I've been through it, and, I've been tying my own fishing knots since I was 4. So, we went from the from a regular cinch to an improved cinch to, over the years, it just, the Palomars, this, that, recently I think I've been using the Joe Miller knot for years now, and I've never lost any fish on it, so I will continue to use it. Smaller knot, but it just holds, it's pretty much 100%. So, when you're fishing, you're maxing your lines and everything out. You want to make sure, in going through all the diagnosis with tackle, with lines, the breaking strengths, the abrasion resistance, all the little different things that are factored in. Over time, it's not like I don't stop learning. You got to keep your mind open. That's the other thing. That's the one problem we have with a lot of fishermen. They get set in their ways, Phil, and that's not a good thing because things change on a daily basis.
Yeah. It's not a good thing in life in general, is it?
Yeah, it's true. You have to be able to adapt. The quickest one to adapt is going to be the one that's going to be nailing those fish first.
Michael Limon is out here. You can't see him, everybody, but he's here.
Yeah, and I'm surprised you're sitting. You're not whacking.
Fishing.
You usually have 1 or 2 by now.
My rod's at home.
His rod's at home. Well, the dog's got a couple of rods down there. Woof, woof, woof. I don't have the sound effect, so I have to do it. Yeah, our hand line. What's wrong with you, Michael? Come on, let's go. We want to fish on this show today. Michael Limon in the audience. All right, a lot of people are watching, and we have some great fishing. Hit that like button, and if you look right near the like button is a share button. You can click on that and share this show with a friend right now so they can tune in and see Danny Kadota. Let's see, we've got Mike, My Fork, or I'm screwing your name up already, but he's making such a great point here. He's saying, boys, you could fish bluefin tuna, trout, and lobster all in the same week, probably in the same couple of days right
absolutely.
now. Yeah.
Absolutely. And we've been very blessed. We've been very blessed, especially this time of year, and then, this is the time of year where, when I tie my boat up after running all summer down to San Diego, I would go bass fishing, and shoot up to the Sierras for a little bit before the snow came, and the crew.
Trout fishing.
We'd go up, go up there to goof around and have a good time. And after running, 100 and something days in San Diego, you need that. But, for relaxation, what do? We go fishing.
Yes.
And that's just, when you're a hardcore fisherman, it's hard to get it out of your blood, folks.
Yeah, 100%.
You'll adapt differently. And in later years, I would do more travel trips and do the peacocks down in Brazil, the Arapaima, down in Guyana, stuff like that. But there's no end to it, and it's always challenging.
Yes, and that's part of the lure of it all, right? The challenging aspect.
Absolutely.
The peace and serenity it brings you.
Yep.
The beautiful places it takes you to.
Oh, my God, that's the greatest part.
Yeah.
Just being involved and being able to appreciate the different cultures, the different, and just the beautiful, the Amazon, places like that you would never even dream of. Just unbelievable. So it can take you into places that, will fulfill your lifelong dreams.
Yes, 100%. Yeah. Phil forgot how to read. I'm really bad at that, man. Well, let me look at this now. My M4 key. Is that what it is? I'm really bad. I'm a moron. I admit it.
You're going to make me spray shoot the coffee out of my nose.
I'm so bad, but we love you. God. Thank you for contributing. Kim Herbert, I believe from St. Louis, Missouri. Kim just got back from the Cedros trip on board the Horizon. So the Horizon left from San Diego and went down. It was the mothership at Cedros, offloaded his passengers on the Pongas, and they would go out. He said, awesome yellowtail fishing. Trouble with Mexican immigration. I'd like to learn a little bit more about that, Kim. What went on down there, but he said he's definitely going to be back next year. Bill Wilkerson is running the Horizon down there. Great idea. I like the concept, right?
Putting it out on the Mexican skiffs, the Pongas.
Yeah.
Well, that gives them the benefit of having that. So that's a win-win deal for both of us.
Yes, 100%.
And that's nice. And I'm sure you had phenomenal calico bass fishing. Maybe a white sea bass or two.
I'm sure.
You just never know. But the calico fishing down there is phenomenal.
Yes, it's so good. It's just overlooked because everybody's fishing yellows.
You get spoiled. Yeah.
Kim, if you want to make another comment, let us know how the bass fishing was. And if you want to elaborate on the Mexican immigration problem, we're all ears here. For sure. Labworks in the beautiful country of Australia is joining us. So great to have you with us as always. We can do that here in Australia, chasing 8 species in a week. Yeah, that is just so spectacular. That's
another bucket list place.
Yeah, oh my God, yeah. I have actually fished there. I fished the Great Barrier Reef, and it's really outstanding. But since Labworks has come on here, we've really, Sam and I, maybe we could put together some trip and go over there. It would be great content. I would love to do that.
That's awesome.
For sure. GHL 2T. Probably screwing that one up too. Hey, Phil, and thank you so much, both you guys. Hey, Phil and Captain, nice to see you guys again. Have ever of you ever caught a totoaba? No. You know those giant fish over there in San Felipe? No, I have seen those. They're cool.
They're coming back, too.
Giant white sea bass. I think they're coming back.
They're coming back.
Yes.
They were overfished.
That is such a great question. Yeah, they were overfished, and I believe they're coming back. I saw a documentary also. They have a tiny dolphin over there called the vaquita, and that's making a comeback now. So I think they're doing some conservation stuff in Mexico.
That's a good thing.
That's good. Have you ever caught one? I'd be curious to know. I've been to San Felipe, and I was in I don't know if it was a museum or what it was. I think it was. I'm getting to the point where I'm forgetting, but I remember there's a giant totuaba head there, and we were checking it out, and they had all kinds of information. It was really great. I'm glad you mentioned that because it's a spectacular fish. It's just like a 130-pound white sea bass,
Yeah.
right? It looks
Yeah.
exactly
It's
like a sea
unbelievable.
bass, pretty much.
I can remember I was too young, but my dad and their buddies would go down there and come back from San Felipe, and the fishing was
Did they
fun.
catch those
They
things?
would catch them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, just looking at the white sea bass situation right now, we had fish in San Francisco, and I just talked to Jeff Lingle. He was a couple hundred miles down the coast catching white sea bass. They had a great bite in Cedros. Danny, that bite has gone from, at least when I was a kid, you'd be lucky to see one, to being spectacular right now.
That's phenomenal. That's nice to see that they're coming back.
They're a great eating
never-
fish. They put up a
absolutely.
good enough tussle.
Yeah.
And they're big. So
Yeah.
no matter what,
Yep.
it looks great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shout out
That's
to
good to see him
Nick
come back.
Ramirez, who caught a 52.4-pound white sea bass on board the Spitfire out of Marina Del Rey sport fishing 2 days ago.
Well, that's a tanker.
Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah, that's not one of the, yeah.
Nick's the
That's a
nicest
nice
guy
fish.
in the world,
That's
so
awesome.
really good. Daniel Leon,
Congratulations. Yeah.
Daniel Leanos wants to say hello to both of us. Daniel, thank you so much for being here. Labworks, the Yellowtail over in Australia, have already tuned up early this year, already in the 5-foot range and up to 45 pounds. Nice big forkies, man. That is for
man.
sure. What did Nick catch that white sea bass on? That is a really good question. I am not sure. I haven't talked to him about what he caught it on. Maybe if we get lucky, Nick will join us and be able to tell us. Maybe they had some live squid on there. That could very well be. Maybe he caught it on a sardine. But man, we are so stoked for Nick. That is fantastic. All right, some bad news, and I don't know if the Alicia sank completely, but she was listing to one side, and I saw some video here. The Alicia was running lobster trips out of H&M Landing in San Diego last night. The Old Glory was coming in late. And the lady who filmed it, I forget her name right now, but she said there was a reason why we came in late. So they went over, and I could hear him saying to the captain, "Hey, you need to get off of there." You know, he was
Oh, my God.
So everybody was safe as far
that's
as I
good.
know.
That's-
I don't know if the boat completely sank or not, but didn't look at it. It looked like, from what they were saying on board the Old Glory, it hit a rock or something inside the harbor. So you'd have to
Wow.
get pretty close to a break wall to
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we're not going to speculate on what went down or
yeah.
what happened. We're just
That's-
happy to
But
hear
it
that
was in
everybody's
the
safe.
harbor?
Yeah,
It
it was
happened
in the harbor.
That's pretty much. Well, I'm not.
Yeah,
I'll
I
let
know.
that go. I was a captain, and as a boat owner, it upsets us because collectively for the fleet, if you're a boat owner, we all pay, on a collective deal, because all those guys down there and the guys up here, we're all pretty much on the same policies.
Yeah.
So something like that happens, then our premiums go up.
Yep.
So well, hopefully, number one, people didn't get hurt.
Yes, I
too,
didn't see any reports of that.
Yeah.
Don't know. I looked for a Coast Guard report on that incident, and it wasn't available. But from some witnesses that were there and what I could ascertain from the video, sounds like everybody was fine. Everybody was safe. It was inside the harbor. I think some emergency boats arrived on scene also, and the Old Glory was there. So many people, they'll yell at me, "Oh, why do you report this kind of stuff?" A, it's news. B, it's out there already. And C, there's a good side to this, and that is
Nobody
that
was
the Old
hurt.
Glory went to their assistance immediately and helped out and acted professionally.
boat.
So, yeah.
It was the old Cherokee Geisha.
Oh, that's the old.
The old Cherokee Geisha, and before that it was the Chubasco
Yeah.
when we bought it. Yeah.
So just wanted to break that
Yeah.
news to you, everybody, so you're aware of that. Danny, the tribute yesterday. Limits of yellowfin tuna, mostly 15 to 25 pounders. Scott Buchert, our buddy Scott, was on board, the producer. He had limits of yellowfin tuna, a little smattering of bluefin with it, an occasional dorado here and there, and a little bit of skipjack. And man, that's what you expect to see in the fall.
Folks, look at your calendar and embrace the fall because the crowds are light and the fishing is usually phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Yep.
And that, like you just said, they're limit fishing and it's good stuff. Oh,
Yeah, 100%.
lighter loads.
Yep.
So yeah, if you get a shot, go and do it.
Yeah,
It's
why
awesome,
not,
guys.
man? And Yellowfin, man, Danny, look everybody out there and tell them they bite more consistently than those damn bluefin, don't they?
Usually takes a little bit less effort. The bluefin, you got to really dial it in. Sometimes you got to drop down to smaller hooks, lighter line. Yellowfin, no, not as finicky. So it's a good fish for all of us to catch, you know.
Robert Graber joins us. He says, good afternoon, Phil and Captain Danny and all the Friedman Adventure family fanatics. Happy Danny Kadota Show Monday from Robert Graver.
Love it.
I
Thank
like
you,
the sound
Robert.
of that, man.
Yeah, thank you.
So Robert showed up. He lives in Ventura. Showed up at our surf fishing event on Saturday.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good drive.
Yeah.
Came all the way down, and he doesn't come empty-handed. He had like 3 dozen donuts, maybe more
you're
than
the
that.
man.
Yeah, he was great. Robert, it's always good to see you. Can't thank you enough for everything you do. A reminder to you all, I don't even know if I've said this on this show, but December the 13th, we have our Fan Appreciation Day here at 22nd Street Landing. You better be here to meet all your fans, Danny.
December 13th.
December
I put it in
13th,
my calendar.
like 10 a.m. to 2 in the afternoon. We'll be live streaming. We're going to have a big raffle. We're going to
that's
have some food. You
Yeah,
can talk to Danny.
I'll figure out. I'll put together some blanks and stuff for us.
Oh
to
my
give a
God, that
raffle
would
out
be
there.
fantastic.
Yeah, we'll do that too.
And we're asking everybody who attends to bring an unwrapped new toy for a child, which we will get down to Mexico. We have Christmas to get it down there. And even more importantly is the Feast of the Epiphany, known in Mexico as Dia de los Reyes. And that's a big festival, big gift-giving time of the year where many poor families can't get the money up. They got to pay for, food and essentials like that. So we're asking you all, you can do it at any time. You can call me or text me and get us an unwrapped gift so we can see if it's a boy or a girl, and then my wife Ruth wraps that stuff all up. That would be absolutely fantastic,
Well, I'm
right?
going to give away unwrapped rods.
Yeah.
So you guys have to build it yourself. But they're straight. They're 100% graphite. So just to caution you, you can talk to me when you come here that day. But fishing straight graphite, they're very high performance. It's like the Ferrari of fishing. But it's unless you're, Mario Andretti, it may not be the best for you.
Yeah.
But if you are, you will put the fish on quicker. There's no doubt about it. It's all a matter of physics.
Well, Anthony now has Mad Dog Customs. He's wrapping rods and doing a beautiful job.
There
and
we
Chuck
go.
Zimmer, so those guys can wrap them up, and then
Perfect.
we can have them in the raffle. And
There you go.
Man,
There you
you
go.
listening,
Hey,
Chuck? Chuck Zimmer.
Getting better and better.
Yes, for sure. Dan Lightfoot walked in and joined us right now. So we're happy to see Dan all the time. Always good to have him along with us. Robert Graver says, Phil, I just sent you a picture of 19 squid boats off Port Hueneme Beach today. He heard there was a great halibut bite out there right before the light boat showed up. He's not sure about that, but it sounds like it's still biting. Really great stuff going on. And that reminds me to remind you that Wednesday, the Island Spirit has their halibut-only special. Halibut-only special going this Wednesday, 6 a.m. from Ventura Sportfishing. Highly recommend you jump on board with them, 805-676-3474. Bring on the carbon rod, says Labworks. He loves them. And Chuck Zimmer says, I'm listening. I'm all in. He's ready to
You got
wrap
it,
some of
Chuck.
those up. So maybe next Monday you could bring those in.
Absolutely.
Yep. Done
Absolutely.
deal. We're rocking and rolling here. Renee de Leon. I miss you, Renee. How the heck are you? I missed you at the last show. I know you were down fishing, and I hope you had a really good shot. He wanted to say hi to you, hi to me,
Cool.
and he hopes all is well. Renee, it's so good to see you here on the Danny Kadota Show, and I hope to see you in person here very, very soon. A reminder that at 6 p.m., it's already getting dark out, man.
I know.
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
That 1 hour,
changed.
it feels like it's midnight to me, like at about 6 o'clock in the
Yeah,
evening.
yeah,
I just
yeah.
I'm ready for bed.
We're going into winter.
Right around then. 6 p.m. tonight, we're live from, of course, Island Fishing Tqckle in Carson, California with Tackle Shop Confessions. Renee says he'll see us soon. He's going to give us a call after this. I hope so, Renee. Looking forward to seeing you in the very near future. Danny, those yellowfin tuna down out of San Diego, they're biting the bait. They're biting jigs. They're biting those poppers. A popper is a fun way to catch yellowfin tuna.
Yeah.
The visual part of it, right?
Yeah, when they come up and blow up on them. It's like freshwater bass fishing, you know? I mean, you know, the top water bite was you know, when I was just going during the summertime and not chasing those big hogs in the spring, it was always topwater stuff was just the biggest blast because you get the blow-ups on top.
Yeah.
It's like fishing surface iron.
Yeah.
You know, out there for yellows or something.
What time of the year is that?
It's usually right after the spring. You know, right after the spring bite. You know, they start getting a little more.
Dan has an update on the fishing here at 22nd Street Landing on the docks. So there's a young lady here, Amanda, who came to our surf fishing event. She's really a lovely person. Her boyfriend Brian is here. It's what is her thing on? I'm just a fisher girl. I'm just a fisher girl. I'll introduce you to Amanda in a special podcast tomorrow, which we've already taped, and I'll have that for you tomorrow. But Dan says she's beating Michael, and Michael's not liking it one bit at all. He's getting his butt kicked down there by a girl. Can you believe that? A girl is beating Michael.
Tell Michael I'm not easy on guys like that. He's losing his edge.
Michael's not going to live that one down here tonight. Really, really good stuff. Jeff Lingle is checking us out right now. He's probably a couple 100 miles down the Baja coast fishing in a yacht. He had.
I really feel sorry for you.
I know.
Yeah. Here, let me. No, poor guy.
Jeff had good bluefin tuna fishing yesterday, and last time I checked with him, he had 3 white sea bass on the beach. One of the other yachts down there gave him some live squid.
Yeah.
So he went and turned it into like 7 white sea bass over the course of the last couple of days.
That really hurts my feelings.
You gotta love that. Michael, we hear a girl is kicking your butt. Yeah. Oh, that's not funny. Anyway, Amanda you'll meet her.
You're a gentleman, Mike.
Yes. And Amanda will be here on December the 13th. We are having our Fan Appreciation Day. Danny Kadota, yours truly, Amanda, the guys from Lifelike Plastics are going to be here. We're going to invite everybody to come down and bring a unwrapped toy, brand new, for a child, and we will love you if you're able to do that. Jeff Lingle. All right, Kim Herbert, let's see what he has to say. They lost on that trip on the horizon. He says they lost a day and a half in Ensenada due to immigration with the Mexican government. So we'll have to learn a little bit more about that. Oh, let's see. He's got some more. Lindsay got a big fish, a 32-pound yellowtail, so that's a nice one on the troll. Most sardines died while they were in Ensenada at the customs. So that's not good, man. That's a pain in the neck. They got over 15 species for the trip. Calico on plastics, unreal. You were right about that.
Oh, yeah.
And thanks to JRI Lures and Bill Wilkerson, I'm assuming Bill. So thank you very much, Kim. We appreciate that update. Sounds like a little snafu there with the immigration, but things like that happen. You said, I'll bet the calico bass fight was wide open. Yeah. Have you experienced it for yourself there?
Yeah.
Talk about it a little bit.
Yeah, back when we used to fish, we used to be able to fish down there.
I remember, man.
It really was some of the best calico fishing you'll ever see. Well, you know, even down the coast in Mexico, there's a lot of places that we fished that were just phenomenal, and they weren't pressured, you know. But Cedros gave you a shot at yellows and white sea bass, and there's some halibut spots. So the diversity is great there, and that's why those skiff trips have done so well over the years. You know, when they kind of left sport boats. Now that sport boats are going back into it, your advantage generally is having the bait capacity and the accommodations.
Yes.
You know, you don't have to run back and forth in a panga, you know. So, you know, that's kind of and you can night fish.
Yes, 100%.
So that's another advantage.
Yeah. You know, it's crazy to think that when we were down there fishing on the sport boats that part of the reason you went and fished calico bass was because you were so over yellowtail. You already had so many yellowtail that it's like, let's do something different for a while, right? Really, it was that good.
Yeah. Well, man, we used to almost fish the calico was strictly 45s and stuff, surface iron, you know, because you get spoiled down there. It's so good.
And do you think like those calicos look just slightly different? Like they have bigger teeth? It's like they look a little meaner or something.
I guarantee you the teeth are different. Because,
right?
You know, Up here at Catalina and Clemente, I was taking off thousands of bass during the spring and some, before we went down to San Diego. You get down there, and I'd look up and see red all over my thumb. I go, what? And they are sharper.
Yeah,
it's amazing. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I definitely feel like that's the truth. I don't know if you noticed that, Kim, or not when you were down there on board the Horizon.
That was years ago.
But that's crazy stuff, man, huh?
Yeah.
Man, so we had like maybe close to 50 people show up for our surf fishing event. 6:30 in the morning in November.
That's awesome.
That's a pretty good amount of people.
That's great. Yeah,
and Danny, we had some new guys. Jaime was brand new, and he was such a nice guy. And him and his friend started talking to me. I don't know if you know a guy named Giodi, Japanese guy, great guy. He's over at Sam's all the time. And Giodi took these guys under his wing, and he's teaching them and showing them. This guy gets a 13-inch barred perch, which is a big one for that neck of the woods.
It's a slab.
Yeah.
Holy
I was so happy for him.
Wow.
And then another lady angler fishing with Feline, and she was there, and she brought a guy, Micah, and he got a 27-inch halibut.
Wow.
And it was great, man. When I saw that,
awesome.
And I heard that he said out loud, but I missed it. He said, "Does anybody want this?" And then he went and released it. Hell, if I would have heard that, that thing would have been fish tacos later that night.
Halibut's awesome stuff, yeah.
Man, but that was a fun turnout. A lot of great people.
That is so cool.
Doug Tilk, another great guy, brought another couple of dozen donuts. So,
Doug.
Man, yeah, you know Doug.
Sure,
Doug's always there
awesome.
for us. He's such a good person, and him and Robert and everybody else. The dog, Anthony, did such a great thing. Anthony's wrapping new rods right now, and he's doing a fantastic job, everybody. So keep that in mind. You can always reach out to me, and I'll put you in touch with Anthony for sure. Don't forget, tomorrow you get to meet Amanda. You're going to love her. She's down on the docks kicking Michael's butt right now, doing a great job. So good stuff. All right, Jeff Lingle wants to chime in on those calico bass. He says the calicos, even at San Martin, he thinks the calicos are different. And I totally agree with him.
It's the same type, yeah. I don't know whether it's the hemisphere, but we noticed that many years ago because, when I was running the Mustang here, we're fishing the Channel Islands, basically Catalina and Clemente. And, we're taking off hundreds and hundreds of calicos.
Yes.
But when we got down to Mexico, you're taking off hundreds of calicos, but your
thumbs torn up.
Are just torn up, and we'd have to wrap it. We'd have to tape our thumbs. Yeah, for some reason, I don't know what it is, but yeah, their teeth were much sharper and bigger down there. I don't know what it was, but I can't explain it.
Yeah, I know there's something.
Biologist, maybe.
There's something in the air or in the water, I guess, right? Yeah, that's for sure. All right, Kim Herbert said we had to wait for an opening on their schedule in Mexico. He's waiting for the immigration guy, so they had to wait a day and a half, it sounds like, and then had to wait in San Diego for the U.S. agent. So they did a lot of immigration waiting for some reason. 22-pound yellowtail caught on plastics while throwing 3 to 5 number calicos back, 3 to 5 pound calicos bass, full speed on the big calicos, and they're nice ones. And 3 to 5,
that's beautiful.
Those are beautiful fish.
Yeah,
they fight hard. They're fun to catch.
Yep.
And you don't see that around.
Not that
too much around here.
Not the volume of that size. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Although I gotta say, they've had some really good calico bass fishing at Clemente this year. They've had some excellent. It's good to see that biting again. Shout out to the Filipino Mafia. I don't know if you've heard about these guys.
No.
The Filipino Mafia. They show up. If the boat's leaving at 9, they show up at 7 o'clock with an entire pig, lechon, just roasted, and all these Filipino dishes that are making my mouth water right now. So they have a party right before they take off. They were on the Thunderbird and had great mixed bag fishing. They had bluefin tuna, Danny. They had yellowtail. They had big bonita, sheephead, whitefish. They had a fabulous trip here recently. Really, really good. So,
that's awesome.
Man, I don't know how you can beat that good stuff. All right, Bob Wakai, 8432. You know Bob? Wow. Bob says, hey, guys, Danny, several months ago, I heard you say that you practiced judo your senior high school year. Also glad to hear judo boys that fish. Which dojo did you go to? What is a dojo?
Seinon. It was one of the oldest. I think it was one of the oldest maybe in the whole West Coast.
What is a dojo?
It's your school.
Oh, okay.
And it was in the
your judo school.
it was over by the Coliseum.
Okay.
And he kicked out some of the toughest guys around, Olympians like Roy Sukimoto
They kicked him out of the class?
oh, that they went to the Olympics for the U.S.
Oh.
Yeah, some of the best. And we had Sensei Kuniyuki. He was one of the oldest guys around, but he was.
So you did judo?
Oh yeah, yeah.
If I turn the camera around, will you flip Dan
Help my.
for me? I mean, we'll get some good ratings here. Dan will crack your. It'd be like going to a chiropractor and crack your back.
Oh, it helped with football when I played at Dorsey. You know.
Yeah, did it?
Oh yeah, there's some moves. That, being a defensive tackle, there's some moves and leverage things. And when you're short like me, you get away with foot sweeps and things like that. And they'd look and they watch this big guy go down. And they go, well, that guy must have tripped over that little guy or something, But actually, it's your pull. Put all their weight on one leg and sweep that one leg, and it's so quick the refs can't see it.
Oh,
And
sure.
so, yeah, they go, that guy must have tripped on that little guy there.
Did you enjoy that?
Oh yeah, well.
Do your grandkids
I
do it or
wasn't there,
anybody?
No, my dad put me in there for a lesson in humility. Because you're thinking you're big and tough, and you're pumping all the weights and doing this and that, and then all of a sudden you get an 80-something-year-old man that, man, I would tiptoe in there and he go, come here. I go, oh, jeez. Bam. I was at my peak strength, and he was maybe 100 pounds, 120 pounds, and he would throw me like it was a feather.
Really?
Oh, it was all technique.
Yeah.
He was unbelievable. But he was one of the highest Dan, which is the rating,
Yeah.
in the world, I think, at that point.
Did
So
you-
He judged at the Olympics in Tokyo at one time, too.
Did you ever use that to defend yourself in a fight or anything?
I don't
Or
want to say that, but yes, I have.
well, I mean, you've mentioned before here on the podcast that your dad, you tried to harness you, for lack of a better word.
That's what judo humbled me real quick. 'Cause
yeah.
You find out you're not so tough.
Yeah.
When you get up against the other guys that have been around a while.
Yeah.
But I implemented it and utilized it in my football, and that was a big thing because I was able to be an all-league player, but a lot of that I got to credit to my sensei.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Good stuff, Bob. Thanks for mentioning that. You brought back some great memories for Danny here. Jeff Lingle says, Kim, sorry you had to endure that problem with the immigration. He says it's very rare that happens, so hopefully that's a one-off, and we're good. And Reggie Wynn! Reggie, we love you. You are the man. Man, you are so great to see you here. I mean it sincerely. He's part of another mafia, the Mission Bell Mafia. We got all these mafia guys around us.
The Mission Bay guys.
Reggie wants to tell you, Kim, he was down there at Cedros the same time. He helped you guys get the tortillas from the factory on the island. So perhaps you remember something like that. Trip day 7131. This is Lucky. Glad you are feeling better, Danny. I had so much fun seeing you at the event, Phil. Love you, Lucky. Lucky, we send you all our very, very best and love you so much. Lucky is our official greeter. I think you've seen him before. He's a special kid. He's an adult. What am I talking about? Kid. He's great. And his dad, JD, and his mother, I've had the great fortune. But he comes up to me, and one of the first things he said is, how's Danny feeling? He really wanted to know how you were feeling. That's the kind of person he is.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Lucky, we love you, and we're so happy to be back on. And yeah, he was like, when's the Danny Kadota Show going to be on again? It's been way too long since we've seen that. So, Lucky, JD, all of you guys, we love you very much and can't thank you enough for your kindness. Really, really appreciate it. That Cedros bite is really good. We're going to have to go down there and fly in there one of these days, you and I. And
man.
I'd like to shoot
I
that.
love that
and,
place. It's just phenomenal.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. I've never quit fishing other than that place. Because you're just catching release. And I don't know what it was, but I think I told you, my thumb was just you got to really tape it up.
Yeah.
Because when you're grabbing them to release them, the teeth there, for some reason, seemed a lot sharper than the teeth from the calicos at Catalina and Clemente.
Yeah.
It was really weird. But I look down, my hands is all red, and I go, what the heck? And it's just all these little tiny holes.
Yeah. It's crazy, right?
Yeah, it's amazing.
I remember standing up on
bring tape.
Yes, for sure. I'd stand up on the bridge of the Polaris Supreme. We went every Father's Day. I'd take the boys, and we'd go. And you could just see hundreds of you could see them, man.
Clouds.
Yes, right?
Clouds.
Yes.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. And that's what makes that place so nice.
Yes.
And I'm glad they do that because I think otherwise they get overfished.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'll give you a little Ensenada update just because I want to give you a little Ensenada update. And their bluefin bite is raging on down there. Carlos Cortez at Cortez Sportfishing. He's out of Popola. He's doing great. Yesterday, my co-host in Mexico, Paulina, was out with her mother, Berenice, and their Captain Foca, and they had really great bluefin tuna fishing. Some of that yellowfin tuna fishing is starting to move closer to them, but they've got great fishing going on. And I've told you, but I'll tell everybody out there, I and Anthony, the dog, we have been hired by Scott Buchert to take Scott and Scott's dad, Greg. Greg is a great person, and we are all going to Ensenada on Friday morning. We'll be eating carne asada burritos in Tecate, I think. We'll probably take them through there and get them rocking and rolling. So, man, really looking forward to it. It's Scott's dad's birthday.
Oh, that's
He
cool.
wanted to do something different.
Yeah,
So we're going to
that's
go,
awesome.
and
Yeah, I
it
love
should
it
be
down there. Yeah.
really, really fantastic. Reggie Wynn, is there a Tackle Shop Confessions tonight, too? You darn right, we're Reggie. We'll be back with Sam De La Torre at 6 p.m. tonight, bringing you another great show. But we're a long way from finish with this one. If you have any more questions from Danny, man, please shoot it in here right now. Can you bring back black sea bass? No, you can't. Well, it depends on where you're fishing. In the
Yeah.
U.S., you can't. In Mexico, you are legally,
Yeah.
you're legal to take a black sea bass
Yeah.
down there, and there's nothing wrong with it because there's a lot of those things around right
There
now.
are. There are.
Question.
Yes, sir. Question from the dog.
You're fishing in Mexico
Woof, woof, woof.
on a boat from San Diego.
Yes.
Can you bring back a black sea bass?
Yes, you can. Yep. You have to document
That's
that.
what they were asking.
Yeah, that okay. That's Anthony is. By the way, I don't have the dog sound effect, so I have to do it. Anthony, the dog. The dog said, "Can you leave from San Diego,
Constipated.
go
dog.
into Mexican waters, catch a black sea bass, and bring it back to San Diego?" Yeah, but you know, if you do get caught, you got to have some kind of a paper trail there. I don't know how that works out, but I know when I fish long range, guys will say, yeah, you know, if you want to keep one, yeah, we can do that. It's not a problem. So, yeah, it's legal. That is for sure. Joe, Joe. We love Joe. He says, Phil, stop barking. It's not a full moon yet. It's close, Joe. It's getting really close, and the dog is sitting here from Mad Dog Customs, beautiful rods for you. As I've mentioned previously tonight, you can reach out and I'll put you in touch with the dog, and we'll keep them off the streets that way because we don't want stray dogs running around the streets. It's not good. All right, Kim is back with us again. He says he brought back 30 yellowtail, 5 calicos over 5 pounds, over 250 pounds to the processor. We saw sea turtles and whales going on down there at Cedros, 10 feet from our boat. How about that? Black sea bass was limited to 2 to bring back. So there you got it, man. Kim Herbert
Wow.
was just on the horizon fishing Cedros. Sounds like they brought some back. Joe, Mad Dog is lit. Yes, he is. Mad Dog is rocking and rolling with us. And what a crazy time this is going to be. And I'm going to document it in video form. Scott Buchert, his father Greg, the dog, and yours truly, going to Mexico. Going to meet up with Paulina. Going to have a live show with Paulina. I get a lot of we miss her and where is she and wah. So we're going to have Paulina on. We're going to have her, and then who knows what kind of craziness will unfold with Scott Buchert and his dad. Now, I'm not worried about his dad. His dad is a perfectly great guy. But Scott, you know, you
Good
never know
luck.
what he's going to pull. In fact, he had the days all screwed up. So I told Tim Marquez I could do something with him and screwed that all up. And Tim, being the understanding guy that he is, said, don't worry about it. But that Scott Buchert screwed it all up. Man, I'll tell you, that's going to be a crazy trip, don't you think?
Oh, God.
You're just imagining it already, aren't you?
Yeah.
We need Scott Buchert decals and T-shirt says Reggie Wynn. And Reggie, that just makes you more of a smart man, an intelligent man. You're right, we do. We have some decals. We have one on our window here at 22nd Street Landing. Jeff Lingle says, if on a private boat to bring back, thank you, Jeff is going to tell us exactly what. If you're going to bring back a black sea bass into the U.S., must have all Mexican documents, license, FMMA, biosphere, if in one, and able to show chart on the boat. So there you go. That was that paper trail that I was unaware of the exact specifics that Jeff just laid out there. So they're going to want to see exactly where you were fishing. And since you have a black sea bass on the boat, that's how it all went down. If you were to get stopped.
Do they allow you to fillet it down there? No? You have to bring it back whole?
Yeah, that's good. What about that, Jeff? If I go down and catch a black sea bass with Paulina, can I fillet it up and bring it home? Am I allowed to do that? That's a good question, and Jeff will have the answer to it, I bet.
There you go.
We'll find out in a moment. Is the girl still beating Michael, Dan?
Yeah, they both kind of quit.
Oh, my God. What is going on? Amanda quit?
She got two. She gets two or no? Kroger and a sand bass.
Very nice. Girl power. Poor Michael getting his butt kicked again.
Lesson in humility. Don't worry, Mike.
Hey, we have a new name for the show tonight. Black Sea Bass Chronicles. I like it. Got to bring it back whole, says Jeff Lingle. You cannot fillet it.
Okay.
No filleting. You know, it's weird. The other thing I want to do, honestly, and maybe we'll do this with Scott, I want to eat a Garibaldi. Number one, because I've never eaten one.
Yeah, I've never.
And number two, everybody out there will jump off a roof. Oh, my God, eat that guy. You know, and it's legal in Mexico to eat a dumb Garibaldi.
Sure.
So I bet they're good. What do you think?
I have no idea.
See, I'm going to have to tell you.
Yeah.
It's going to be Garibaldi
Exactly.
Chronicles here pretty soon. Let me tell you. It's going to be really, really good. Anybody has an objection to that, please let me know. Doug says, show off the Japanese lucky cat instead of hiding it behind the sign. All right.
There you go.
Can people see that, or is it in for a frame to see that, or is the camera too high?
To be in frame?
People want to see it, I guess. There it is.
They call them neck. I think cat.
Can people see that sign on that
Necco.
thing?
Necco?
Drop it down a little bit. Here we go. Let's get this thing. Some dummy set this camera up. You'll never guess who it was. You're looking at him.
Oh, yeah, it's way too high.
Yeah. Well, why didn't you say
wow.
something, Dan? It's still. The dog.
There's the cat.
Woo,
It's in.
woo. The dog fixed it. I love it.
Beautiful.
Man, anytime I can do that dog sound effect, I'm nuts about that now. I love it. You're going to hear that tomorrow. Did I work that into Amanda's interview? The podcast dog?
I don't know.
Yes, I think I did. Yes. I
You're
mentioned
wolfing
you a
all the
couple
way,
times. Yeah, I love wolfing. I think it's good stuff. Hey, we're starting to run low on time. Uh-oh, I see Amanda going by. We should have her come in here and make her appearance. Come here, Amanda. We've mentioned you several times here. Stand next to Captain Danny Kadota just so everybody can see you. This
All right, it was watching her.
we understand you picked on Michael Limon out there. That is not that is not nice.
Do you need to give him a tissue to wipe his tears? Well, there's paper towels. You might need that.
All right, so Amanda, what'd you catch down there?
A little sand bass.
Cool.
And a croaker.
Nice.
Oh, awesome.
And you're going to meet Amanda tomorrow on the Friedman Adventures YouTube channel. That's a great show. You did a great job.
Thank you.
And then you're going to meet Amanda on December
13th.
the 13th.
Wow.
Did you like how didn't even have that approved? I was talking to Mike after.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Amanda,
Cool.
thank you. Good to see
Thank
you.
you.
Man, you're cold.
Awesome.
It's freezing out there, but I had to catch a fish.
Good for you.
Trooper.
Good for you.
Thank you.
Thank you for kicking Michael's butt, too, because we really like that. All right, there you are, man. Who says beautiful girls cannot catch fish, Danny? You said that once.
Didn't know it.
No, you didn't say that. I think it was Brian, her boyfriend, said that. Yeah. Hey, a couple more moments here, and then we're out of time, everybody. And then we're going to be over at Island Fishing Tqckle in beautiful Carson, California for the, what's the name of the show? Tackle Shop Conventions. Man, I thought it was Black Sea Bass Chronicles there. Who knows what it is? Greg Wilson joins us. Shout out to Kim and Lindsay. Had a great time fishing with you both. Greg, thanks for joining us. He was also on board the Horizon for that great trip. Jones 6072. I was born the night General Eisenhower was elected president, which was 73 years ago tomorrow. Mom never let me forget it. We're getting older, which is a great thing.
Hey,
It can be
that's
a great
pretty
thing,
close. I'm
right?
pretty close to that. Yep.
Yep. Hey,
Yeah.
congratulations. Happy birthday to you, my friend. President Eisenhower was one. That sounds like a long time ago. It sounds
Yeah.
like longer. Yeah, right?
Yes, I would know.
There's a lot
I
of
was-
people going, who the hell was President
That was
Eisenhower?
54.
Ike.
1954.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's it. That's getting a stretch back.
I remember a few things about Ike and Patton having problems. Patton was arguing with Ike all the time, and Patton wanted to get the fuel to go right to Berlin, and you know who
Yeah,
he wanted to
Yeah, he
take
wanted
care of. But
take the mustache off.
I remember a little bit of that American history. So good stuff. Thank you so much, Jones. Really appreciate you sharing that. Justin Flowers joins us right now. We caught 6 white sea bass from 20 to 52 pounds with 3 halibut on squid. Spitfire Sport Fishing Marina Del Rey. Justin, we talked about just a moment ago Nick Ramirez getting that 52.4 pound white sea bass. I assume that's the very same trip, but you answered the question. Angler on here just a moment ago said, what was Nick using for bait? Thank you for answering that. Really appreciate it. Reggie Wynn. Maybe we ought to get Brian in here to scare these guys up. Reggie Wynn. Amanda is gorgeous. Beautiful smile. You watch it, Reggie. You see her boyfriend, you're going to run the other way. I was very nervous putting the microphone on Amanda today with Brian watching me. So I had to be careful. No, she's beautiful, and she's got a great heart, and Brian, her boyfriend's a great guy. We're looking forward to making a Mexico trip together in January. I've already discussed the fact that we're going to chronicle this whole Scott Bucher, Greg Bucher dog trip. This is going to be funny. This is going to be out of control. It's going to be good. And happy birthday, Mr. Jones, says Jeff Lingle, who another kind gentleman who is always here joining us. Let me look at the time. Man, we are almost out of time, Danny.
Wow.
What do you say,
It
man?
goes
This
fast, man.
great fall fishing continues. Yellowfin tuna pushing up closer to San Diego. It's like 75, 80 miles south right now. It's a hop, skip, and a jump.
Killing me, Phil, because of my shoulder. I'm getting this thing cut in January.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, I'm getting it cut because, the doctor says, listen, can you live with it bone on bone? I says, yeah, I could live with it bone on bone, but I can't fish because it's my pulling arm, right? So they're going to do the shoulder replacement in January.
Yeah.
So hopefully I get rehabbed real quick and I'll be fishing by summer. Who knows? But that's what I'm hoping.
Oh my God. Okay, me too. I hope you're going to be fine.
Yep.
Mackie. Dan just told me, you dope? That's Mackie. I'm like, let's see. M4 key. Oh, it's M4 key. And then
Four is supposed to be an
oh, okay. Well, how the hell am I supposed to know that? Okay. All right, the 4 is supposed to be an A. Well, no wonder I can't read your damn name, Mackie.
A. He said he's going to Dave Hansen now.
I love it. All right, Mackie, hopefully we'll see you over at Tackle Shop Confessions. Jones, this is Jonathan Jones. Just noticed my ID changed. Danny, what was your favorite trip this year?
What was my favorite trip this year?
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
Probably American Angler, right?
Yeah, it's always usually, but I mean,
Did you go to the Bay of LA?
what's it?
Didn't you go to the
Yeah, we
Oh, you went to the Bay of LA?
Yeah.
That's right.
But
gotta be-
that's always fun down there. But it wasn't the same fishing as last year. Was phenomenal.
Yeah, it was slow this year for you. You had a wind, right?
Well, yeah, but we still had a good time.
Yeah.
We still had a great time. But the angler trip is always.
How many
a
day
part
trip
of
was
it.
that?
That's an
7?
8 day.
8 day.
And I sponsor it every year. We do that with the guys, and it's like old family because Brian. The reason why I gave the business to Brian was my last pinhead, and now I had to chase him off the boat because he put too much pressure on himself when I was on the boat, and so Ray's been running it. But they're just awesome.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
And the crew, it just perpetuates every year after year. They have the sharpest kids. They're on top of everything, and I was strict, and they've taken it so far past where we were back in the old days. It's not even funny.
Well, that's a very humble thing for
It
you to
is,
say, actually,
absolutely.
though.
No, and they have. They never stop. They keep it. They make the constant improvements. But it's the crew. It's their the mannerism, but the way they handle all the passengers. You become. It really is like a family when you're on the boat.
Yeah, 100%.
And that's how it's treated. So it doesn't get any better than that.
Right,
Yeah.
100%. Speaking of that, Danny kind of segued me into telling you all that the Wahoo bite's been great here in the fall for the long range guys, 8-10 day trips. Seen some really big, nice Wahoo. A couple Wahoo, one on the Searcher the other day. I forget, pushing 100 pounds.
100, that's what I seen that. I
Yeah,
saw the picture.
been really nice, big
Unbelievable.
fish.
Beautiful.
And great yellowfin tuna fishing out at the rocks, although they've been kind of sharked up here recently. It gets sharky out there once in a while.
It does. You don't get too many backs when they're on it.
Yep.
They're pretty nasty.
Yep, 100%. All right, Reggie. On December the 13th, if you want to see that beautiful smile, Amanda will be here, so you'll be able to come down here and arm wrestle
here's
for
Michael's fish.
something. Oh, Michael Limon, go ahead. There's his fish right there. Michael Limon did not get beat by Amanda. Look at that big fish that he caught. Danny, it's always a pleasure. Hey, everybody, hit that like button. I'll be back in the morning for the morning briefing, bright and early tomorrow morning. But we're not through with our live shows. We'll be coming to you live and direct from Island Fishing Tqckle in Carson, California at 6 p.m. This has been the Danny Kadota Show with veteran Captain Danny Kadota. Danny, always a pleasure.
Thanks for tuning in, folks. Got any questions? Save them up, and we'll talk to you next week.
We'll be back here at 4 o'clock, December 13th, right here, 22nd Street Landing. You can meet this man and spend some time with him right before Christmas. Take care. Have a great one, and I hope to see you. We hope to see you
guys
really, really soon.